Hey y'all, it's Quan. Hey y'all, if you're back to my channel, hey girl, hey, thank you for coming back. Thank you for being a part of my channel. If you're new, my name is Shaquanda. I go by Quan, and welcome to my channel. So y'all, today we're gonna be doing a pillow talk. I'm pretty sure you can see by the title. So if you're new, then I have this series called Pillow Talk, and it's where I come on and give you guys some juicy story time, some girl talk, or whatever that comes to mind. And so today's Pillow Talk is going to be a continuance from our first Pillow Talk. So if you haven't watched this, pause, time out, stop it, go watch it, period. Okay, because yeah, it's juicy. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. I got on the press-ons, but I had to pop these off, so don't judge me, okay? Anyway, okay, so boom, we're gonna keep it short and sweet because they're not important no more, period. So I'm not sure where I left off on the first Pillow Talk, but I was basically telling y'all that the guy that I call him a different, okay, so there was two guys that I was kind of dealing with. One guy I was dealing with for like 6 months before I met the other guy, whatever. We used to go to these parties, and then one party both of the guys was there, and then the guy that I was at, the guy that I was actually talking to for like 6 months, he was sitting on the chair with me when I called the guy that I just started talking to his name. And so the next thing that happened, he ended up, the guy that I was talking to for 6 months, I'm calling him, I forgot what I called him, but we're gonna give him a new name. What is his name? Vaughn. Okay, so Vaughn, I can't call that man Vaughn. I can't call that man Vaughn. Alright, so we're not gonna call him Vaughn, we're just gonna call him V. Okay, so V came back to my house after the party, and I was in high school, y'all, so I was still staying with my parents, and he was in college. So he would come home on the weekends, and when he come, he would kind of stay with me. But anyways, he came back to my house after the party, and clearly at this point, at this time where we was at, I was like over him, and I was just ready to like be done dealing with him. So I just kind of had this energy where it's just like I wasn't talking to him. I was like giving him like weird vibes, and you could tell like and I'm pretty sure he could tell like my energy, because the energy was so off in between us. You could just tell there was something off and wrong, and it was definitely me. I just wasn't feeling him no more. I didn't know how to tell him though, because I told V that the guy that tried to talk to me, which we're gonna call him TB, and if you know, you know, I don't give a damn, to be honest, but we're gonna call him TB. So I had already told V that TB wanted me to stop talking to him so I could talk to him. So V was already like, no, this girl did not just call this boy my name, and so he already knew I didn't stop talking to him. And so anyways, that's what the energy was. It's like he knew what was going on, I knew what was going on, and yeah. And as I told y'all in the previous story, the previous Pillow Talk about the story, me and V had already said that we could talk to other people or whatnot. So I was like, at that point, but I was ready to talk to other people. And although old dude was just like, yeah, I want you to stop talking to him so you talk to me, I didn't do that. I just got to know TB more. And you know, when we started hanging out more, and you know, when you're hanging out with someone more and getting to know them more, you know, feelings start to, yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. So like I said, he came back to my house. We already had this like energy going on, and he knew what was up, I knew what was up, And yeah, but yet we did not break it off. So after the next day, after that night, he, like I said, he stood over, stayed the night, and then that morning, like, he was just like chilling around. And like I said, I still wasn't talking to him. We already knew what was up or whatnot, but we wasn't really talking. He was just waiting for his mom to pick him up to take him back to college. And if I'm all over the place, y'all, my bad, because when I start telling story time, I get excited, so excuse me. So anyways, what? Oh, he was waiting for his mom to pick him up from my house so he can go back to college. And so when he left, I was like, boy, I'm glad you're gone. So immediately, I think I hit up TB. And then I started back, you know, communicate with him. We had made plans to see each other, whatnot. And like I said, me and TB, we was like talking heavy. We was like dating heavy because he was the only person I was talking to. True, I mean, he was basically the only one I was talking to, but he wasn't really the only one I was talking to. You know, like I still had V on my arms, but I didn't want him, and he was in college, so we really didn't talk like that, and we really didn't see each other like that. Especially after that happened, we really didn't talk like that, and we already wasn't seeing each other like that. So, you know, you just kind of lose those feelings for someone that you're not seeing, that you're not talking to. So, you know, those things happen, and that's what happened. And as I started talking to TB more, I started losing interest in V. And so me and TB, we started, like I said, we started dating, started talking more, started seeing each other more. I grew feelings for him. So we're gonna fast. This is gonna be short and sweet, y'all, because I'm ready to get this story over with, because they are non-factor. So TV started to come over to my house more and more and more. And this one particular, it was weekend. It was either Friday or Saturday. So this one particular weekend, or particular, you know, day out the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, one of them, something like that. And he came over. We was just chilling like we always do, because like I said, he started coming over often more. So, you know, it had become a routine-ish. So this one particular night, you know, he was over, and he had just got off work, so he had brought me some food from when he was working at McDonald's. He would give me a large sweet tea, and I hate these meals, but he would give me a large sweet tea and like a McChicken. And that's it, or whatever. So I'm eating my food, and I'm pretty sure I was done eating my food. And so we hear a knock at the door, and I'm like, what? I'm like, it was late, y'all. It was around like 9, 10, or it was later than 8. I feel like it was between 9 and 11 p.m. It was late. So we hear a knock at the door. I'm just like, first of all, nobody don't come to our house. Nobody definitely don't come to our house unexpected, okay? First of all, we didn't play that. My mama raised us right, and yeah, we just didn't play that. If someone's coming over, we gonna know about it, period, because we invited them. So we hear this knock at the door, and I look out the window. My room was like to the front. Like if you was to look outside of the house, you could see my window. That's where my room. My window was like at the end of the house, and that's where my room was. So I could see cars parked to the front. I could see, you know, I could see the whole road and the whole front yard. So I look out the window, and of course, you know, when you have like a lamp on, a light on, you can see through your blinds, especially if you got no curtains. I'm not sure if I had curtains or not, which I feel like I didn't. So the person who knocked on the door could see the light was on in my room. And then when I walked up to the window, they could see someone's at the window. So I seen the car. Oh no, I seen his mama's car, because like I told y'all, his mama would drop him off. Okay, I seen his mama car, and I was like, what the F? I didn't know what to do. I have not ever gotten caught up, and I was only in the 12th grade, so I wasn't really a player anyway. So I was like, what the fudge? So I told TB, and I was just like, V is outside, he's here, he's at the door. And then I'm not sure exactly what he said. I think he said, you need me to go out there. And TV was a punk, so I know that now, but then I didn't. But he was a punk, so it's just like, I wasn't like, anyway, I wasn't saying anything, or I wasn't thinking anything, but me now, I'm just like, what was you gonna do? What was you gonna do, boo? You wasn't gonna do nothing, okay? So he was just like, you need me to go out there, you need me to go out there. I was just like, no. Because, you know, I was like, no. So I told my eldest sister, and I was just like, can you answer the door and tell him I'm not here? I was like, can you answer the door and tell him I'm not here? These are some ugly nails, bitch. I feel like a motherfucking dinosaur with these motherfucking nails. I feel like dinosaur claw. Okay, off topic, whatever. Anyways, so I was like, can you, like, I'm hiding them because they ugly. They so ugly. So I told my sister, I was like, can you go answer the door and tell him I'm not, I said, V's here, can you go answer the door and tell him I'm not here? And she went to go do it. My sister a rider, like, she's a rider. Now that my elder sister, she a rider. Not both my sisters are a rider, but my middle sister, she ain't gonna jump like that. But my elder sister, she will. So she went to, when she headed to the front door, I went in the bathroom and I locked the door, I closed it, locked the door, and I just sat on the toilet. Like, I was so nervous. I had to take a shit, okay? I had the nervous shit. And I didn't know what, and I did not have the shit at first. I just went in there because I was like, I didn't know what else to do. I was nervous. This has never happened to me before. I'm not a player like that, okay? So I went in the bathroom, sat on the toilet, and then I heard them talk. I heard my sister telling him, and he did not buy it. I think that's when my stomach just dropped. So he did not buy the whole I wasn't home thing, because like I say, I don't think I had curtains on my window. I just had the blinds, and you could see the light on. You could see the shit. If someone walked to the window, you could see it. So he knew I was home. He was just like, stop lying, she home, da 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 da. But he seen old dude's car, so I guess he knew what type of car he had or not. But like I said, I gotta come through. But he seen old dude's car, and so she was like, no, she is here, da da da, stop lying, da da. So once I heard that, bitch, I lifted the toilet up, and I immediately had like the nervous shit. I'm sorry if this is TMI, y'all, but I just gotta be honest. This is the past. This is like years, okay? So, okay. Okay, I'm a little bit more classy now. Okay, no. So, he didn't buy it. And my sister, she is not finna play with you she ain't finna play with you, okay? If he don't believe it, she'll be like, alright, man, fuck it, you know what I mean? So, I'm not sure what happened. I think my sister's like, no, for real, she not here. And he just wasn't buying it. And I'm not sure if she let him in or if he walked himself in. But pause. First of all, the dude, V ain't had no right. He ain't had no right to be, first of all, popping up at my motherfucking house, because you ain't my man. He wasn't my man, y'all. He was just my boo. We was just talking. That's it. We was just talking, that's it. We was just dating, that's it. The same as me dating. And the thing is, we had already said we could talk to each other, and we wasn't in a relationship. We were literally just dating, okay? So if I'm just dating, I can date whoever I want to. I can date you, I can date you, I can date you, I can do. That's what dating is, okay? Right. So yeah, he had no right to just be popping up at my house. Like, that's like, after everything, that's the whole thing that was on my mind. Just like who in the hell is you to be popping up at my house? Like, I'm not your woman. He had a little bit too much entitlement, and I didn't like that. And so another thing that teed me off is no one invited you inside my freaking house. So who, like, you know what I mean? Like, who gave you this entitlement that you could just walk inside my house? You know what I mean? And you're not invited. That's just the part that I didn't like. It's just like, I ain't like none of it actually, but that's the part I was on. So he came in, he went to the back of the house where my room was at. He went to my room. He didn't see me there, so he came to the bathroom. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, this is just not happening. Like, what? So he was just like, open the door. And I was in the middle of taking a shit. I was like, I'm taking a shit. He's like, I don't care. He was just too comfortable. He was just, and I don't like that. When I'm not like that, and then there's someone else that's like, when, okay, I'm dating someone and they have feelings that I don't have, it makes me uncomfortable, because when I want you and I have certain feelings towards you, I'm going to express those feelings to you, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to be honest about it. You would know that these are the feelings I have for you, or this is how I feel about you. So my thing was that I didn't give this man no type of, you know, signal or anything that made him feel like we was together, or like he had that control over me, you know what I mean? So it's just like, where did this come from? Because we were fucking? You're not my man. Like, it's just that. And no, y'all, I wasn't having sex with both of them. I was just having sex with V. But anyways, that's beside the point. So he was like, open the door, and I was like, no, I'm taking a pool. He was like, I don't care. So I let him in, bitch. I ain't give a at that point. So I ended up letting him in, and he was just like, why is he here? Da, 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 da. I said, because I invited him or whatever. And we just started going, and we didn't really argue, but we just started going back and forth. I was just like, you need to call you need to leave, because you did not tell me you was coming, and I did not invite you over or whatnot. And I said, you need to call your mama, tell her to pick you up. And he just would not leave. Like, it was just so just not okay. You feel me? That's why I deal with men. Just you cannot come to my house. But anyway, so his mom was not coming back and get him. So TB ended up leaving. I walked him outside, just like, yeah, my bad. Like, I don't know why he think he could just pop up at my house. And that was it. I gave him a hug, and that was it. And the whole time, V was just sitting in my room while I walked TB outside. Y'all, that was the craziest thing. Like, I was on some player shit, and I wasn't even trying to be. But V was like laying. When I came back in the house, in my room, like he was laying on my bed, like just like in this sunken mood. I don't know, but he was just in this low mood, and I'm pretty sure he was. But I feel like that's because he had deeper feelings for me than I had for him. And like I said, that's not gonna work for me, because you cannot force certain feelings on me. You know what I mean? If I don't feel something, I don't feel something. Me, I'm a lovable person. I love love. I love relationships. I love all that. So if I'm not feeling you, like I'm just not feeling you, there's nothing that's gonna make me feel you. You know what I mean? Especially if I've lost those feelings for you. There's nothing that's gonna make me feel you anymore. So at that point, I was just on some friendship things with him. That's where I was at. I didn't see anything romantically with him anymore. So, and I feel like he held that against me, and it's like I can't help that I lost interest. I can't help that I lost feelings. So yeah. So what happened was we ended up getting ready for bed, and I'm not sure if he wanted to cuddle or to have sex, but I wasn't with none of that shit, because I was so uncomfortable. Like, it was just, and on a real note, like, I was really uncomfortable, because this man popped up at my house as if he's my man, as if we're in a relationship, as if he has the right to do so. Like, you did not ask me, you know what I mean? You did not tell me. I see if it was a surprise, but you could have surprised me by saying, oh, you're in town or whatnot, but not popping up at my house. That's just so not okay. You know what I mean? I was just so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable that I laid on the very edge of my bed. Me, I like to sleep by the wall, because I love having the man sleep on the outer edge. I wasn't going for that. I slept at the edge of the bed. Like, if I would have tipped over, I would have fell. So I was just so uncomfortable. I didn't want to be by him. I didn't want to be around him. I was just so uncomfortable, and that was it for me. So the next morning, like, he knew it was over with. I knew it was over with. I didn't even try to hesitate, and I ended it right there. So I was like on Twitter, on the computer. I was talking to TV actually, like on Twitter, because I was in high school. I didn't have no phone. Yo, I did not have no phone, but it was a struggle. Okay. So I was texting TB, and I was telling him that, I was telling him what was going on, whatever, and like, oh, he's still here, da da da, I'm gonna break up with him, da da da, well, not break up, but end things. So he came to sit beside me. There was a chair, a couch next beside the computer. And so he sat down. I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I think we should like just be friends and separate, whatever. And then he was like, can I just get one more kiss? And I really did not want to. I just was so disgusted. I just felt like so weird. So I ended up giving him a kiss, and I just wasn't into it. I wasn't like, So girls, look, if y'all just not into it, if a man just try to just rush in on you and just do inappropriate shit, cut that shit out right then and there. Do not give them the chance to do it again, because if they did it once, they'll do it again, period. So he ended up leaving, and that was the last time like we spoke. And then from there on out, like, it was just me and TV, and he ended up becoming my boyfriend, which that turned to shit. So y'all will be hearing a lot of different story times about that relationship as well. Okay, because that's a whole nother story for some days. But that is pretty much the time where I called another guy another dude's name. And I hope you guys enjoyed this pillow talk. Yeah, and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.